Hi everyone, today it's all about getting this fender bracket permanently mounted. Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel about kit cars and other car topics. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe and notification buttons below and share with others on social media. So we're going to be working on this bracket today, and I'm going to switch cameras so you can intimately see what I'm doing. Alright, so where we last left off is we needed to switch this out and pop this in here because this will allow me to use shorter bolts here, always keep this permanently attached, and then allow for me to unscrew and take on and off the fender bracket and take on and off the fenders. Now the reason that you want to permanently do this is because the hub fits on here and these bolts are behind the hub. And you really don't want to be taking the hub on and off all the time, especially if you can't get the fender off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this here. That will be permanently mounted. Then I got 1.5 inches exactly, actually, from the inside of here to here. So we're going to have to cut these, except I need to move my fender over about 1/8 of an inch. So instead of 1.5 inches, it's going to be 1.5 inches plus 1/8, and that's what this will be cut to, and then this will be permanently mounted. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. Cutting those spacers with a 4.5 inch cutoff tool was actually pretty dead on. I was actually shocked how well that went. So I got all 4 cut, putting a little spray on there while that's drying. I'm going to be working on the tightening up the front end. And I have to actually get longer bolts to get the actual fender bracket on, which I'm actually surprised that happened, but I think I moved it over at 1/8 inch and that was enough to not feel confident that there's enough threads in there. But I can pick those up tomorrow morning, that's not a problem. So go ahead and tighten up this whole front end. Plus I have a painted bracket that I'm going to redo on the steering rack. And so let's get to it. So you're probably wondering, why is half my suspension missing? And what happened to my lower control arm is the actual threads were actually stripped. And I'm not really sure how it happened. I don't know if it kind of came that way, or maybe when I was dry fitting something happened and the bolt stripped off. But it caused a lot of havoc. And what I ended up doing is going over to my neighbor's house. And the problem is this is a ball joint. And so if you go get a threader and you go to rethread the threads, which is fair game, it starts spinning after a while, because as soon as you get some tension on there, the ball joint will actually just start spinning and there's nothing you can do about it. So we tried a bunch of different ways, couldn't figure it out. And then finally we got just a hair of it on an angle on a vise, just enough to crimp it down. We had to actually take some copper tubing, cut like an inch of copper tubing, put it around it to protect it, crank it in there. And then I bought a new threader for that exact size, which off the top of my head, I don't know, but it's American Mustang size. And so we popped in there and we just kept cranking it and oiling it and cranking it and cranking it. And, you know, this is hardened steel. So to rethread hardened steel is really, really tough. But we were able to do it. I got a new castle nut. And it's perfect. It's super, it's strong. There's no problems with it. And so that's why it was missing. Got that figured out. And now I just need to install it.